Welcome back. We are suited up. Are you worried about your kids spending too much time in front of the TV this summer? Mad Science Austin specializes in hands-on STEM experiments to keep little minds engaged. Director of Programming Andrea Cook is here to teach us a little something this morning. So she has us in lab coats and gloves. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we're
Lovely
professional. Good to see you.
You're making me feel like a true scientist, and I appreciate you for it. Remind us a little bit about Mad Science. It's been around for a long time.
Yes, we've been in Austin since the mid 90s.
Wow.
And we do hands-on programming for elementary age children. We have some pre-K programming as well. So we do things like birthday parties, summer camps, after-school enrichment classes. We even do like big assembly shows. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and when we talk about the sort of information that kids are learning, we are trying to get them to understand STEM better, kind of in a way that piques their curiosity, right?
Yes, by doing. I think if you do something, even as an adult, if I do something, I'm going to remember it more. I'm going to probably enjoy it more. It's going to stick with me, and that's the plan. So we want them to be hands-on doing things. Most of our programming is hands-on. Of course, there are some demonstrations, but we're going to do some hands-on stuff together.
I love to hear it. Okay, so you brought some demos with you today. Yes. Surface tension is the name of the game here.
Doesn't sound like the most exciting science, but it is. And this is something that your junior scientist of any age can do. You probably want a senior scientist to grown up to be with them. We're first going to start with milk. So we have milk on our plates. So first of all, surface tension, that is like the watery skin that keeps a liquid's molecules in place, which sounds fancy, but it's cool. We're going to take food coloring. What we're going to do is we're going to just put food coloring dots all over the plate of milk.
And you told me off camera it could be any type of milk, right?
Yes, any kind of milk. And I like it when families experiment with different types. So almond milk, whole milk, 2%, whatever you've got.
Oh, it can even be almond milk?
Yeah,
dang,
let's do
okay.
it. So what we're going to do is, so milk has proteins and fats in solution. And we are going to change up what's happening in that solution. We're going to change the surface tension by adding a little bit of dish soap in a moment. Okay. And you're like, well, that sounds boring. But you can see the changes because we have the food coloring.
You know, this is all stuff that people would already have at home, right?
Exactly.
I mean, milk, food coloring.
Yeah. Normally
I say of Q-tips.
I say rainy day fun, but now it's like, let's go in the air conditioning and do some science.
I've heard that it's kind of the opposite, right? You can't go out in the winter. You also can't go out in the summer.
For you.
All right.
All right, we're going to dip in our dish soap. Any soap is fine.
Okay.
Get it in there, and then just touch a dot of your food coloring.
Touch a dot.
Touch a dot. Boop.
Whoa, look at it go.
I know.
Cool.
Boom. And we call it exploding colors.
Oh, this is neat. Okay.
Super cool. Anywhere you have it. So that's just showing you how the dish soap is changing the surface tension. If you need to reload and get a new one, you can.
I was going to say, I don't think I did my dots all that good, but that's okay. The good news is you can keep playing around with it, right?
Yeah. And you can see those fats and proteins wiggling around, bending, changing shape. It's really cool.
Yeah, that is really neat. The way it like kind of pushes out.
Yes.
Sort of like
explosions.
Is there any sort of tie-in to like the way ripples are created on the water sort of thing?
Well, I mean, you could think of it like that. Yes. I mean, you've got just a little bit making a motion that's going to carry out.
Oh, so cool.
I overdo. I overglue. I over food coloring.
You know what?
This is my thing.
I need to follow your lead though. I am learning. It's so cool. It looks amazing.
So the kids can do this. You just, because it's food coloring, you want to make sure that you've covered the area like I have, or they're doing it, outside.
Yeah. I don't even trust myself with food coloring as stated. So
we were talking about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna wipe it all down my lab coat here. You've got another experiment as well.
I do. It's called Bubble Snake.
Bubble Snake. I know kids are going to love this.
So what you need is I've repurposed plastic water bottles, cut off the bottom. Now this is, I use new towels. You can use like a clean old washcloth or sock, and then cover the open area, rubber band it so it's tight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it into a bubble solution that we just made with dish soap and water.
Just dish soap and water. Yeah. Does it matter what kind of ratio we've got going on?
No, I add more.
I'm trying to use sciencey words. See if she takes the
ratio. Well, yes, it does. I use about a quarter cup of dish soap and half a cup of water. That's my jam, but whatever works for you works for me. And then you dip it in there for a minute or so, like just a little bit, get it wet. Now, first we're going to do a regular snake. Okay. So basically bubbles, bubbles are just like a thin layer of soap, film of soap and water, and then you add gas, you had air, right? Let this drip a little bit. And then what happens is one bubble, solo bubble is hard to keep. But if you blow through here, you've got lots of bubbles created and they kind of hook together. It's like teamwork.
Oh.
So now we're going to blow through the bottle to create a bubble snake.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that?
My bubble snake is loud, sorry.
Oh, kids are gonna be thrilled with this. How fun!
It's pretty sweet. Now you can do that. Don't get lightheaded, right? You can also, if you're brave, use food coloring and just coat the bottom of your bubble snake. I'm gonna totally do that. Oh, did you have a blowout?
Yeah, I had a blowout. I blew too hard on the
okay.
snake.
It happens. It happens. It's okay. So I'm gonna this, and then I'm gonna dip it in here. I'm making a mess, but that's why I used a table cover. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm just gonna let you do that. She's the expert, y'all.
I'm a professional. The food coloring is optional. Like I said, it's better like if you want to see it really.
Cool. Look
Right?
at that.
I stopped. I only did like a little bit there. But yeah, it's great for outside, soap and bubbles. And then you can try it with different materials. Dad's old clean sock, perhaps, and so forth, different types of soap. The key really is keeping the fabric on the bottle, which can be hard for juniors.
Gotcha.
So have them kind of hold it tight and then just
And
add the air.
make bubble snakes. So fun. And you can make a lot of bubble snakes, actually.
yes.
With the dish soap.
I know, right? You're like, how many are you going to do? I've even got it into my milk.
And so the surface tension plays into this because it kind of all keeps them together. They like hanging out with one
Yes.
another now
And
that you've created this.
Yeah, the bubbles like link together. They're happy to be together. But what changes it and allows us to make that is all with the dish soap. The dish soap changes the surface tension of the water, and that's how you can get your bubbles.
This is good, clean, messy fun. You're going to learn
Totally.
something. And I know you're making more bubble snakes for us, but I do want to make sure I ask you about summer camps because it's summertime and
is.
birthday parties because we still got some summer birthdays.
Yes, we have 12 different science-themed camps. We offer them in full day and half day, morning, afternoon, all day long. And birthday parties, we come to you.
Awesome.
Rocket launches, dry ice, slime, cotton candy, whatever you want, we'll bring it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
I
so
love
cool.
it.
That's a ton of fun, and it keeps kids engaged during these months that they're not technically in school.
Correct.
I
You
love
sneak in the learning. That's what we do.
Smart woman, Andrea. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay, guys, learn more about camps, parties, and all the fun Mad Science Austin has to offer at austin.madscience.org.